on the CBA chairman, and we're here for our meeting of September 26, 2024. We've called the meeting to order. Now I'll ask that the roll be called.
Member Schultz,
Here.
Member Murphy,
Here.
Member Cutter,
Here.
Member Girard,
Here.
Member Rahman, Member Moran, Chairman Cartel.
Here. Jim, we have I've been given a sheet here that I'm supposed to read, the essence of which is you need to indicate why you're not present in person, and then we need to have a motion to either permit or deny you to appear by Zoom. So can you just explain what the reason is that you can't be here in person?
Yeah, just traveling for work, so I wasn't able to make it in tonight.
Okay. So that's one of our customary reasons, one which I will rely on in several weeks, as a matter of fact. And the other two members also are traveling for work. So I presume, I guess I'll just to stay with the formality, may I have a motion to approve the appearance by Zoom, Mr. Giraz?
Move to approve.
Motion by Mr. Schultz, seconded by somebody. Seconded by Mr. Murphy. Any discussion on the motion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Congratulations, Jim. All right, then, are there public comments to be offered at the hearing this evening? Then I'll call, there are no minutes to be approved, so I will call our first case. This is a zoning petition 24059, the Construction Solutions case. This is a matter that has been continued for the limited purpose, or was intended to be continued for the limited purpose of permitting Burr Ridge to conduct their scheduled meeting and provide information, which they have done, and for the petitioner to delineate certain lots that were testified to and record them on a map. With that, I'll call on the petitioner. I don't know, both of you are going to answer questions, but would you both raise your hands and be sworn in and then identify yourselves?
You do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give at this cause and our hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Okay, before the hearing, you presented a stack of new exhibits, so I don't know if we're gonna need these exhibits, but the brief will certainly take, which doesn't need to be marked as an exhibit, it's the petitioner's brief. But the others you can introduce as you proceed and tell us what they have to do with the reason for our continued hearing. So you're sworn in, identify yourselves for the record.
Rami Shinoda. Petitioner.
Spell your name, sir.
Rami is R-A-M-Y. Shinoda is S-H-E-N-O-U-D-A.
And what's your connection to this case?
I am the owner of Construction Solutions.
Okay. And the attorney?
Attorney for.
Yeah, Mr. Smith, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Start?
yeah, go right ahead.
I don't know if we want to go through all the evidence that we had last time, but could kind of outlined it.
Well, it's a hearing, it's the continued hearing. The record is just being continued, so we already have what's in
Everything
there.
we've heard already. I think, maybe a little more organized with the brief, and then, the additional exhibits that I've got here are, this is the view of Madison Street facing north. That's number 9. Number 10 is Madison Street facing south. Number 11 is in front of the property on 90th.
I have two different photos, both marked exhibit 11.
I think they're the same photo. Different angle. look at them, it's pretty fine.
While we sort that out, can you just tell us how these are material to your?
Well, I think, we had questions last time about, you know, it's a busy street, it's a through street. How do you access it? I wanted to.
Why don't we just take all the photos of the street as group exhibit 9, and that resolves the numbering issue. There, for the record, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 photos of the street in group exhibit 9. Group exhibit 8 is a picture of an old house. And then, got 12, and that's, I don't know what that is.
It's a sign that's on 91st Street for a different property. I just wanted to point out that there's an issue down there. Subdivision as well. It's not really germane to us except to show that the super large size lots don't make a lot of sense.
Okay, I have no clue what the value of this notice is. I don't know.
Taking pictures, so I took a picture. And then,
All right, I'm just gonna, you know what they say? I'll take it for what it's worth. And I'll keep, I don't want to bother renumbering everything, so there's a void between group exhibit 9 and exhibit 12. Then there's, part of a quarter section map, which is not marked as an exhibit, but I'll take that as 13 because there's a tax bill as 14.
like, 13 was this map of the parcels that had signed our petition. And 14 is, the tax bills for each of those parcels. So, you can see the people signing the petition.
So again, it's group exhibit 14, which is a whole series of tax bills.
Right.
What tax bills are these? They're
These
all,
are the tax bills for each of these parcels. From the people who signed the petition that they're in favor of what we're doing. All of them is,
speak up just a little bit.
it's
So,
all of the neighbors, everybody that's, this is the parcel here. Number 6 on there, and then these are everybody around there.
are you going to tell us the significance during your presentation of these tax bills?
But just to show you who the people are that own these parcels and let's make sure we're on,
Okay,
other than that, not really. I put the PIN numbers in the brief and the names of the parties that signed the petition.
all right.
And then one of you asked for a map to show those are, but these are all of the people that signed the petition. These two are across 90th Street. They also signed and theirs were notarized. And then Burr Ridge, I had several concerns. I addressed them in the brief and I can respond and
Yeah, you should respond to them for the record.
okay, they requested a continuance to submit their concerns. First concern that they say is, lot sizes. We went through all of the different lots up here, last time. And I had painstakingly put on there the acreage of every lot for 12 maps of, each is I think an 1/8 of a section, so it's more than the size of a section, and it's everything around there. Our subject property is, again, right here. And, if you look at it, you'll see that to the north,
Jim, are you able to hear?
I'm sorry, can you hear?
I can't hear.
Yep, I can hear.
Sorry. To the north, the northwest, northeast, and south are all areas with, lot sizes comparable to what we want to do. We're not in incorporated Burr Ridge, but don't think there's much of anything in the county, R1, that is actually 2.5 acres or close to 2.5 acres, which is what the zoning calls for. Their second concern was compatibility with surrounding zoning and development. Specifically, Urban's Oakdale subdivision. And marked 16. A little copy of the original subdivision from 1930s. The entire subdivision was the group of people we have signed our petition, and then an equal size area across on the other side. That's the entire subdivision. And we have more than half the people signing our petition on this. I think is fairly compelling. But the copy I had of the original subdivision is kind of hard to read. And then as far as the compliance with the comprehensive plan, their comprehensive plan calls for 30,000 square foot lots, but you can look at all of the stuff that's been annexed into Burr Ridge. None of them are that big. I would say not none, but very few are. They've got subdivisions to the north, northeast, and to the south. With lots, almost all of them are smaller than that. Typical sizes like 4.6 or 4.7 acres, which is 20,000 square feet. They're only slightly smaller than that. I guess if there are any questions, I can answer.
Any of the members of the board have any questions?
What is actually the size you're gonna end up in square footage in the lot?
16 and 1,700 square feet.
Thousand.
I mean, thousands.
How much?
16 and 17. The exact amounts are
16,556 for lots 1, approximately 17,788 for lot 2. And then they want to reduce the lot width for the 2 new lots from the required 165 to approximately 140 for lot 1 and 150 for lot 2. And I'm just reading from the
addition.
published petition.
And the third request was withdrawn because we agreed we're going to take down that house so we don't have to worry about.
Just
setbacks.
say that again.
We withdrew last time, the third request for reduction of 20-foot setback between the 2 buildings because we're going to take.
Yeah,
This is
okay.
granted, the building's going to come down.
Any other questions from the board?
You know, maybe it's just me, but I'm having trouble. You say that all the surrounding ones are the size that it's gonna be after you, if you were.
No, I mean, I marked each parcel on there and then
I'm not seeing that. If you divide your property in half, in essence, how does that compare with all the surrounding ones? Which ones you tell me are similar?
within our small area, there are 2 that are both 0.39 acres. Because the village annexed half of that lot. So this is a 3.9 acre lot that's in the village. This is 3.9 acre, the house on it that is not still in the county. Then to the south, all of these in here, whoever subdivided, very large area, the lots are as little as 4.2 acres and is just under half for almost everything in there. Around 2,000 square feet is what they were.
And what is that street that is the buffer?
It's
there?
just south of 91st Street, all the way down
So
to,
now you're referring to the lots south of 91st Street.
right, a block away. There's our house down there and then all the way down to the end. To the west, about 2 blocks or maybe 3 blocks, you've got this area where everything is smaller than ours. 2.7, 2.4, all along here. And then most of these in here are 3/10 of an acre.
Where is your property on your map?
Right here.
Anything else, Mr. Ketter?
No. And then, over here, same thing, they're all under half an acre. Up here, all smaller than ours. I know Fur Ridge
And
is.
you're pointing to lots that are blocks and blocks away in each direction.
1, 2, 3. 3, 4 blocks north and 2 blocks east.
I'm sorry, 3 or 4 blocks north and 2 blocks east?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. All right, do you want to
There's
make,
a lot of water in here too,
you want to make a concluding statement or do you want to rely on your brief?
well, I think, we've established that there's compelling circumstances that make us unique. And it is a hardship. We would like to ask the board to find that all of the other factors are met. I don't think there's too much issue on light, water, those things, but I address them very shortly in the brief. Because, this is still a pretty large lot. There's plenty of room to build this size there. And, you know, compelling circumstances, the reason that neighbors are so in favor of us is they want the area to be developed. And large empty lots, there was a lot down here that had a very large house on it, stopped being maintained. I think the county wound up filing suit and having it taken down and subdivided into smaller lots because it just wasn't doable to have that large of a lot in this area. I know Burr Ridge is well known for some very large lots with some very large houses, but they're not in this area that's DuPage County on the west side of Conway Road, or mostly in Cook County on the east side.
Okay. Thank you very much. I guess we're concluded for the evening, so we'll close the hearing, close the record in the hearing and set the matter for consideration on October 3rd at 5:30 for our recommendation meeting. That meeting will be held in this room and you don't need to attend. No further evidence will be submitted at that hearing. It's just a deliberation of the board. So thank you very much. We're closed for this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wait, I have to say, there's no old business and there's no new business. Now we're closed.
All the comments.